Hello, my name is Jorge, and in this past session, we talk about the trend cities that are New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco.
Hello, my name is Rene. Today, we will talk about part 2 of trend cities. This time, the reading is focused in United States cities because of their influence in modern times. Los Angeles, the second biggest trend city in the US. I think after reading the material, it is because it's one of the best cities geographically and because it's hometown for Hollywood studios where all the best movies and TV series are ever made. Every actress or actor aspiring dreams with going to LA at least once in their life. It's the second most populous urban agglomeration in the US, the right mix of things to make it a trend city. I believe that LA is a trend city because it has a huge amount of qualities and a lot of people living there. They make a mix of culture and styles that makes trendsetters to follow and wanted to expand it all over the world and the rest of the cities in the US. Los Angeles' most important thing for me is that it has all the TV, music, fame, movies, culture, and that makes everyone want to travel or live there. What LA does is that it takes a little bit of a lot of cultures that settle down in there. An example will be the flip-flops inspired by the Japanese stories and remake it and transform it into something proper like California and goes viral thanks to the amount of population and communication and TV media that it takes. This makes it, among other cities, one of the most important trend cities.
In the 20th century, New York City was the world's most important cultural center in art, music, musical theater, ballet, food, fashion, and many others. It was after World War II that people began to move toward the avant-garde. New York population has grown very fast and you have a lot of painters and writers and sculptors settled there. The number one location for selling art in the US is extremely influential on a global scale. I think we see and hear about New York every single time in movies, TV, and heard about in the best stories. New York is hometown for a lot of designers. They have their offices there, of course, because of the population, and it's an urban city in the US. Roots of so many trends have started there and spread all over the world. I think the trend city is the one with the highest population of the country because every other little town aspired to be like them, aspired to be as cosmopolitans in what they do. You know, like in the lecture said, disco, hip-hop, and breakdance were some of the movements that were born in New York. Because they have different races, nationalities, and sexual preference, people living in there, they are unafraid to stand out. The next city is San Francisco. This city is recognized for its people and its quality of life. Almost all of its population are open-minded and could care less about who you are and what you do. Writers, artists, and poets settled down there at mid-1950s. The hippie trend started there and those were the ones who set the trend at that time. Thanks to one of the well-known writers was openly gay, other cities and people around the world started realizing that San Francisco was an open-minded city. Because of this quality, more and more people began traveling and also moving to San Francisco. It's one of the cities with the most gay population in the US and in the world. People aren't afraid to change styles and to try new things. That's why it's a trend city. I think a trend city should be a city that embraces who we are and what people are. That doesn't matter where you come from, what do you like, what do you do, and who you are.